afternoon, Pokésports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 12 video. Bring you a Tentacruel team. Now, this Tentacruel team is also paired alongside a Calyrex-Ice, so actually a 2-for-1. It's kind of like a Tentacruel Calyrex team. Those are two Pokemon that we don't see very often. Calyrex we've actually used on the channel before, believe it or not. But Tentacruel, not yet, at least not in Series 12. Now, the thing with Tentacruel is that it's a genuine Pokemon that is unironically very strong, and no one actually realizes it. It has base 120 special defense, pretty average attack and special attack, pretty average HP, but it's base 100 speed. Like, if you were gonna run into Tentacruels in the water in Generation 1, you'd probably just, you know, KO it and move on. But little did you know that you were just giving up a great water type, you know, in the Tentacruel. Now, with Dynamax, it does enable Tentacruel to do a little bit more. I hope to at least be able to Tentacruel Dynamaxed and doing some damage at least once in today's video. But if that doesn't work out too well, we do also have other Dynamax options on this team, such as the Assault Vested Dialga. Now, this team is meant to function both inside and outside of Trick Room. Like I said, Tentacruel is very fast. The only issue is that base 100 is kind of a very lackluster speed tier right now. So we have the Tailwind with the Tornadus to help us deal with that. Now, this team is also from El Garbanzo on Discord. If you guys don't know, we do have a Discord. Link is in the description. Join it. Leave us your rental code. You do have a chance of me playing it here on the channel. And honestly, help me out. Help me make content. You know, we're getting pretty darn close to SV, and we're running out of Pokemon to make the game interesting. So any takes or any interesting mons or any interesting teams that you guys have, feel free to drop it. I might go ahead and play it on the channel. Also, this is Babiri Calyrex-Ice, which I, am in love with. I think it's a great adaptation, especially for dealing with Zacian, which this team doesn't love too much, but also doesn't hate too much. Also, black glasses on the Urshifu is going to be fun. Anyway, if you guys are excited to see Tentacruel here on the channel, go ahead, hit the like button down below. And with that said, let's get on to today's battles. Oh no, it's Charjabug. Charjabug next to Reshiram, honestly, that sounds like a threat. Now, this is definitely going to be a Trick Room team on their side. That's without a doubt. That's without, any doubts in the world. The question is, how can we adapt to it? We could definitely adapt by bringing our own Calyrex, but we do have to worry about, the Reshiram doing a lot of damage to Calyrex. We don't really have a great way of dealing with the Reshiram except for the Dialga. Honestly, we're not going to need Tornadus here. I don't think so. Tornadus does have the Taunt, which could help us against the Amoonguss. I'm definitely going to need my own Calyrex, I think. What does this Calyrex do? We have Trick Room, Body Press, Iron Defense. Not the worst thing in the world. Honestly, not the worst thing at all. Is it a lead? Sure. Calyrex, Dialga. Bring the Cruel in the back. And I think Calyrex-Ice is the way to go here. I would love to bring Urshifu, not going to lie. I would really love to bring Urshifu, but I think Calyrex-Ice is too good to give up on, especially if they're going to be playing this Trick Room game. My goal here is going to have to be to undo Trick Room nearly every single time. I don't think I have a better play than that. Also, peep the new trainer card. Worked hard on this one. I think it looks really nice. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. That's a common question of the day, even though we don't really have those. Let me know what you think in general. Reshiram plus Charjabug is going to be their lead of choice. Well, guess what, my friend? That means they're not getting Trick Room up, which is all that I really care about. Now, Calyrex on the field ain't the greatest thing in the world right now. I could swap it for something better than just preserve the Calyrex for later. I mean, Tentacruel does have, like, stupid high special defense. I don't think it'll be an issue if I just hard swap into Tentacruel right now. Dynamax Roar of Time is the most obvious play in the world. Do they have Mimi in the back, though? Or should I just go for the Charjabug first? We are AV, so theoretically we should be able to take anything that the Reshiram wants to dish out. We could always go for Max Quake as well. If they're going to be doing a lot of special attack damage, just raising our special defense in general ain't the worst thing in the world either. They do swap out. Please go into Mimikyu. This will give us a bust on... Okay. Honestly, I'll take it. I will take that for sure. Free Max Quake on the Ensign. We're going to be able to pop the Shucka if it does have a berry. The fact that the Calyrex gets to switch out next means that the Tentacruel also doesn't really care too much. Hopefully they... Ooh, that is such a cool looking shiny. Yo, I didn't know that the shiny was that good. Interesting. Now, the issue is they are going to have a fake out turn next turn, which means I might have to double swap, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. The good news is we're going to get a lot of special defense here, which means we're not going to die to Reshiram anytime soon. Free Max Quake into the instant is going to pop the Sugar Berry. Fine by me. See how much damage this does anyway. I don't have Life Orb or anything. Okay, it does enough damage to where I could just go for another one and not care. So that sounds pretty good to me. That sounds absolutely phenomenal. I could also just stay in here. Ugh, no fun. Okay, Eerie Impulse is the thing that it wants to do. I guess I should have predicted that. I'm gonna Scaldiance in. And I think I'm gonna double into this Ensign. They can fake out if they want. They don't. Okay, cool. Honestly, if I can knock out here, that'd be amazing. Nice. Ensign gone is pretty nice. That's at least one Pokemon that I knocked out with the Dynamax. I now get some more damage off on this Charger Bug. Let's see how much damage this is gonna do. Absolutely nothing. Let's be honest. Charger Bug's already so tanky. This is only neutral. It's not gonna do any damage at all. Thankfully, we have Clear Body on Tentacruel, so they can't actually Eerie Impulse the Tentacruel. They're gonna Volt Switch out though. We also have a lot of special defense. Yeah, we don't care about that at all. We are stacking our special defense buffs. It is okay. We're gonna have to swap out the Dialga eventually. They send in the Cali. Okay. Are we in danger? Maybe. Maybe. We're gonna have to go for a Wormwind. At least we know they don't have anything in the back that is a fairy type. That's at least good news. Now, I'm going to try everything that I can in order to nerf this Calyrex to the ground. Keep in mind, I don't think I could stop Trick Room at -2, but I do think I can lower the Calyrex's attack by 1 while simultaneously doing a lot of damage to the Reshiram. They're going to double swap the Reshi. That's okay. It's kind of meaningless. My goal here is to nerf the Calyrex-Ice. So we're shooting for burns. We're shooting for -1 stat drops. No burn, but we do get the -1 stat drop, it seems. That was honestly respectable damage onto the Charge Bug, not gonna lie. Here's the thing now. We gotta worry about a Calyrex. And we're gonna be in Trick Room now. Are they lefties? Oh, they're White Herb. This is why I said it seems. Oh my goodness. All right, so I could be in danger. I might want to swap out my Dialga here to reset my stats. I feel like that's a pretty reasonable option. I don't want to lose my Tentacruel yet. I'm just going to go into Cofagrigus and see where this takes me. See where I go from here by swapping in Cofagrigus. Now, this is a relaxed Cofagrigus with a lot of HP and defense investment and special defense investment. So if we can get 1 Iron defense going, I feel like we could be in a pretty decent position. They are going to Dynamax. Okay, interesting. I guess it makes sense. How does Mummy work with As1? Will I be able to get rid of As1? Because I know As1 is weird. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't with other abilities. It's really finicky. Like, neutralizing gas for some reason doesn't work with As1. I don't know if that's intentional or if that's just because one was coded after the other. All right, here's the Volt Switch. Not going to happen, thankfully. I'm also really happy that they didn't decide to Dynamax the Reshiram. They also double into the Tentacruel with an Ice move. Predicting a switch, maybe? Or they probably just thought that it would be enough to knock out, which I can see. Tentacruel does have very, very bad defense. 65 defense, to be exact. Interesting. Well, if they're going to go for Ice moves, I might want to preserve the Tentacruel, not going to lie. Like, I don't think giving up a Tentacruel is really worth it at this point. I should just go into my own Cali. And I think I'm going to Trick Room here. Just to undo it. Yeah. Let me undo it. Or should I start raising my defenses with Iron Defense? I guess if I'm going to have 2 slow mons on the field anyway, I might as well just raise my defenses and play in the Trick Room state that they want to play it, right? I do have my Reshiram in the back to deal with theirs. Not my Reshiram, my Dialga to deal with their Reshiram. So we just have to take this nice and slow. No more berries today. Not that it matters. I am going to outspeed their Calyrex, and I am going to get this Iron Defense off, which is honestly amazing. I also outspeed the Charge Bug, who's going to go for the Eerie Impulse. I don't care. That was a clear-bodied mon. I guess they don't know a lot about Tentacruel. But, you know, Calyrex also doesn't care there. All right, Hailstorm is going to go into the Configurations this time. Does Mummy work? Dang, that's after 9 defense, by the way. Okay, it looks like Mummy doesn't work unless it has to make direct contact. Then Dynamax moves don't count as direct contact. Fine. Whatever. I think we're still safe here. Now, I can go for Glacial here. And I think I'm going to keep going for Iron Defense. Because nothing's stopping me. The Glacial should knock out the Charge Bug, I believe. Am I min speed? I really hope so. It looks like I'm Brave Nature, so I'm assuming I'm min speed too. We'll see. We'll see if we outspeed their Calyrex. Iron Defense Part 2 now. They're really not going to do damage to the Cofagrigus at all. Volt Switch now. They're going to go into... That's fine. They're going to go into the Reshiram. This is still neutral on Reshi. This is nothing to laugh at. This is going to hurt. I'm pretty sure my opponent realized that Reshi is the only way to deal with our Calyrex-Ice at this point. Okay, they finally do go for the Quake, so they do have at least 1 special defense boost on that Reshi. They Quake into my Cali. I take that very well. Glacial Lance. Let's see. Let's see Glacial Lance. I think we have 1 more turn of Trick Room after this turn, and considering the fact that their Reshiram hasn't... Beautiful. Honestly, amazing damage there. Considering the fact that their Reshiram hasn't gone for Protect yet, I'm going to assume that it's Soul Vested. And I could just body press that spot without anyone's, you know, without anyone telling me otherwise. Or, another Glacial there is enough to knock out. So theoretically, since we are still in Trick Room, we could still Glacial here. Hold on, let me check Trick Room turns. They might be wanting the Trick Room to run out. Like I said, I don't think... I could Trick Room to reset Trick Room for even longer. That would be kind of Omega Brain play. But I do think that Reshi's Assault Vested. I'm just going to Glacial because even, you know, the little runt in the back, they don't want to deal with that either. Let's go for the Body Press onto the Calyrex since we know that we outspeed. They're actually going to swap out the Cali here. Interesting. So this is now going to be a single targeted... Because this should knock out, right? Yeah. Okay, this is gonna be a single target Glacial, which should knock out Reshiram. Woohoo! That crit. I don't think that mattered. Did it matter? Who knows? Glacial Lance now into the Reshiram. It should be more than enough to pick up this KO, and they're gonna be left with a Calyrex-Ice versus the world and outside of Trick Room. Hey, I'm down for it. I am absolutely down for it, and our Calyrex has the +1 in attack. Sounds good to me, Tom. I understand that, like, it may seem like Tentacruel didn't do much in this battle, but Tentacruel knocked out the Instant. My Calyrex would not be allowed to do Calyrex things if that Instant was still on the field. So I feel like all the pieces fit into the right place in this battle. That's for sure. Now, we don't really have to Trick Room. I just don't think it's necessary. They need a crit to win this, or even have a chance of winning this. I'm just going to go for high horsepower. I'm going to go for body press, and that should be GG. Battle was canceled. It's 4 versus 1. There's nothing they can do at that point. We played that matchup almost perfectly. I'm very happy with how we played that matchup. Solgaleo Ogre Entei. Okay, so we can assume it's a Bulldoze Entei. It could be Scarfed on that spot. You also have to worry about the double terrain setters that they have on their team. And the unfortunate thing is that they can honestly do very well inside and outside of Trick Room. They can't really fight my Tornadus Tailwind, though, which is super convenient. And I think, honestly, a Tornadus plus Urshifu lead is super strong here. Wow. In the back, I definitely want a Tentacruel. Don't know why, just because it's the Tentacruel video. And since I'm not going Trick Room, I guess Dialga is my other option. This might even be a Dynamax Dialga game. Again, unfortunately. The thing is, like, I'm looking at the team. I want a Dynamax Tentacruel. I really do. But Dialga just seems like such a better option most of the time. And it's not that Tentacruel is bad. It still does a lot of damage outside of Dynamax. But, you know, it is what it is, right? At least I'm bringing it. I could have just not brought it at all to any of these battles. But I'm doing it. Anyway, I'm assuming it's Solgaleo plus Entei lead from them. I'm just very happy that there's no Intimidate. Like, I can really just lead my Urshi and not care at all. Show me the lead, my friend. Entei and Alola champion, probably Solgaleo. There it is. Okay, so they want to Bulldoze. Adoy. I get it. I'd want to Bulldoze too. Can I do anything about it? I can Tailwind, and I can Wicked Blow. I think there's nothing stopping me from doing this. They're going to break their weakness policy anyway. So what this allows me to do is just take as much damage from their health bar as possible. And there is no safe switch into a Wicked Blow. There just isn't. The same reason Behemoth Blade was dumb is the same reason Urshifu was dumb. There's just no safe switch into a Behemoth Blade. There's no safe switch into a Wicked Blow. You can't even protect this. I guess you could Dynamax protect, but you're also not bulldozing yourself if you're doing that. They are going to Dynamax. They might just say, screw it. I feel like they're just going to say, whatever. Good luck. It's going to be the Dynamax Solgaleo. Double Lion leads. Just realized that they're both Lions. I'm super curious to see how much a Black Blast's boosted Wicked Blow is going to do. I hope a lot. Here's my Tailwind. Let's outspeed them real quick. Pop! Oh, half health is beautiful. Now let's see the Bulldoze. They might not even Bulldoze because they don't have to. Honestly, if they... Oh, yeah, they still do. I was going to say if they want to make a play there, they would not Bulldoze because it's unnecessary. Because they should know that I'm going to hit them. Crits my Urshi, but that's not that meaningful. The Urshi is going to die this turn anyway, no matter what, because they're going to Steel Spike the Urshi spot. But hey, I think that much damage initially is great damage. I can never complain about that amount of damage. Now, since they did just raise their their physical defense, I think going into Dialga and Dynamaxing and going for an Earth Power Max Quake into that spot is fine. Will it be enough damage? Who knows? But I will be faster. That much I do know. Now, I'm also going to go fire off some Air Slashes into this Entei spot just because, oh, why not, right? Might as well do some chip damage to the Entei while I have this other guy on the field. Let's go for... Quake will give us special defense, so I want to go for the Quake. Could always be very useful later down the line if we have to face the Ogre, which we almost definitely will. Now, that's another reason why I want to preserve the Tentacruel, because Tentacruel deals with the Ogre a lot better in general. Here's the thing. They do have the Slowmons for the Trick Room, but they didn't have any Tailwind to counteract any Tailwind teams. So that's the one good reason I think we have maybe a chance in this battle. Now, if I was Choice Banded, I still wouldn't have knocked out, but I would definitely be at a very healthy amount of HP. Or the very... I guess the Solgaleo would be at a very unhealthy amount of HP. In which I'm guaranteed that the Max Quake can KO. I'm not too sure a Max Quake will KO from this range right now. Because I don't have a damage boost item, and I don't think I'm also max special attack. I am max special attack quiet, never mind. So, okay, so I'm doing as much damage as I could possibly ever do. Air Slash isn't going to flinch because inner focus, but it's fine. We're just going for damage there. Come on. I should have Air Slashed it. It's so close to death. Oh my goodness. It is so close. I have to eat a Snarl now. Ugh. It is so close. I should have Air Slashed it. If I knew it was going to be that much HP, dude. They have Mindstorm by Tornadus. It's fine. It sucks, but it's fine. Because at the very least, I can get my Tentacruel in here. I can knock out anything I want. I can essentially get a double KO here no matter what happens, which is really nice. I'm going to double into this Entei spot because I feel like, one, they're going to protect with the Solgaleo, and two, one of these two hits are going to knock out the Entei, and then the other hit will get redirected into the Solgaleo, so that's fine. And I don't think Entei has protect, nor do I think it's interested in clicking protect. I don't think it has to. Now, maybe I should have gone for the quickest the Entei, assuming that it's going to protect, and then scalded into the... Okay, good. It's not protecting. Fine. All right, that should die. And then the Quake should go into the Solgaleo. Okay, I think I still did enough with what I had. I still made the best of it. We're down. We're back to 2v2. We're back to 2v2. I have 1 turn left to Dynamax. They have no turns left to Dynamax. We could still make some things happen. I also do think I have 1 turn left to Tailwind, and we got a special defense boost on our Tentacruel, which already has incredibly high special defense. This battle is going to be hard. It's not impossible, but it is difficult. We can even potentially get another Quake off before going down. Or before undoing the Dynamax. Show me Ogre. Beautiful. That's what we wanted. We wanted to see Ogre. Ogre Amoonguss? Ugh. What do I do about Amoonguss? Man, I don't even know, dude. Scald is highest damage output because of rain for the Amoonguss and stab. Sludge Bomb is neutral. Giga Drain is super effective on just Ogre, but they're gonna redirect here. I don't think they sleep, they just redirect. So they want to make sure their Ogre stays max health. So if I'm doing damage into Amoonguss, do I go for the resisted Scald? Yes, because it's stabbing in rain. And then here, I'm gonna go for a final Quake into the Ogre. Just to get special defense here. Now, I could have changed the weather from water to fire and had control of the weather, but I actually don't want to nerf. They are sporing, aren't they? I didn't expect them to do that. But at least they didn't protect Ogre, which one either means it's Scarfed or Assault Vested. That is Assault Vested. What? That did no damage at all. Oh no. They Thunder. I'm +2 though. Is that into Dialga? No, it's not. Dialga was just in the background for some reason. They get the Para. They Spore my big guy. Ugh. My Tailwind also peters, which means that they can just do that again. Okay, I have to wake up. I have to protect. This is my mandatory turn, so I won't wake up. I'm just going to Flash Cannon to the Amoonguss until the end of the time. No pun intended, because Dialga is the Roar of Time user. And the God of Time, or whatever. Alright, I do connect with my Protect, so that's something. The Amoonguss also goes... Doesn't matter, because this is my mandatory turn to sleep. So they honestly wasted that turn. I successfully wasted a turn to sleep, so that's really good. And they went for Thunder again. I'm really curious as to why they're going for Thunder. I want to Protect again, because, like, what do I have to lose? And I just have to wake up and smack this Amoonguss a few times. I don't get it, unfortunately. Let's see if they do KO with the Thunder here. No, my poor Tentacruel. They do go ahead and KO with the Thunder. There was nothing I could have done there because I'm not in Trick Room. I'm not going to outspeed if I'm paralyzed. And unfortunately, we're still asleep. This looks like my opponent's game. I'm not quite sure how much damage they can do to us, but at the same time, I'm not quite sure how much damage I can do to them. Now, when the rain does let up, I can, you know, go for a fire move here. Starting to think that max flaring would have been the play, because then they wouldn't have 100% accuracy Thunders like they do now. I have to keep going for a Flash Cannon. I don't have another option. This should be my turn to wake, right? They swapped to Ice Beam. Okay, well, they can't freeze me if I'm asleep. Doing no damage, thankfully. We're still asleep, dude. And they're going for another Spore anyway. Do I have to Roar of Time and hope it crits? It is a big difference. We go from base 80 stab to base 150 stab. I think I have to roar time just to knock out the Amoonguss. Just to get it out of here. Why are you doing this to me? Stop it. I am going to wake here, unfortunately. Which means they're going to have a chance to freeze me next turn. It's okay, though. Because I can still just do it again. They can't really avoid me doing it again. Oh, I do have the option of Flamethrower now, though. Okay, hold on. I got to do math. Okay, so Flamethrower, what we're looking at. 90 non-stab. 90 times 2, because super effective is 180. Roar of Time is 150 times stab. 75. It's a lot more damage if I do Roar of Time. But I have to recharge. But it is a lot of damage. Let's do it. There's the Ice Beam. I swear to God if you freeze. Okay, good. Roar of Time. Show me damage. Get rid of it. No, it's going to spore me. Well, at least it spored me and I don't have to recharge. So that's kind of convenient. My mandatory turn of sleep goes with my recharge turn. That's really convenient. I'll take that. This is a game, though. This is a game and a half. They're really trying to do damage here with the Ogre. I'm surprised not just Water Spouting. I feel like Water Spout plus Stab, it's still the best option here. I'm a +3 Dialga with Assault Vest. The thing is, I can't hit the Ogre until I deal with... Oh, it crits me. Are you kidding me? Come on, game. Does that count as my mandatory sleep turn or not? Why does that do so much damage? They double crit me? Game! Okay, I guess the game doesn't want me to win here. I could just Flamethrower now. I don't have to do anything crazy. Wake, please. There's the Ice Beam again. This is so dumb. I honestly think I might have had a chance. All things considered, I might have had a chance if they didn't crit me with the Ice Beam. But since that crit happened, they got such a head start. My goal here is to knock out the Amoonguss. That's my only goal in life. There's the Ice Beam again. Do I have pressure? Do they run out of ice? I do have pressure. They might run out of Ice Beams, but I think at this point it doesn't matter. I just slept again. GG. Game doesn't want me to win. Okay, let's at least knock out Amoonguss. At least want to knock out Amoonguss. Here's the final Ice Beam. Should be final Ice Beam. 3 turns of sleep. Dude, are you kidding me? I had the worst luck this game. The absolute worst luck this game. My goodness. I got 3 turns of sleep, followed by 3 turns of sleep, followed by paralysis, followed by just like dying in general. I don't even know why you protected, dude. You're gonna... Okay. I wanted to Water Spout me for the 4 HP. No, I honestly might have ran out of the Ice Beam. Oh, that's so dumb. That game was scummy. That was a very scummy game. Like, I honestly think we had a chance if that crit never happened. We also had a chance if we didn't get slept for the eternity of that game. That felt really bad. Whoa, what is this team, Miss Coon? Okay. Well, there's a Weezing and an Ogre here, so that's just there to stop, I guess, Gastrodon. So I don't think they bring the Weezing to this matchup. There's also a Metagross, though, and a very terrifying Thundurus. I think I want Trick Room this game, for sure. I think a pretty safe lead for us can be like Cofagrigus Urshi. Just in case they do bring the Ogre and they do bring, you know, that half of the team, they could always just lead with Tornadus, which I guess wouldn't be a bad lead for them. I could bring Dialga. What if I just go Cofagrigus Dialga? I do still want Urshi, because Urshi can be really good into their team and into this matchup. I just don't know what to do against a Thundurus. I guess I could bring Cali, but that's the only Pokemon that can really hit for super effective damage on that team with the Calyrex. Do I not bring the Tentacruel? I still like Tentacruel. We just have to deal with that Thundurus, right? If we bring Tentacruel, we have to deal with the Thundurus before anything else. And if we don't get Trick Room up, fine. I feel like our team and the ones that we brought aren't necessarily mandatory that we get Trick Room up every single time. It just does help. They go Ogre Thunderous. They definitely do expect the Trick Room lead. That's why they went this lead. Hey, I get it, man. I totally get it. They're going to double in. Okay, hear me out. What if we do this? What if we just protect first? Get some special defense going first. Into the Ogre spot, because this does two things. It lowers the Ogre's HP. Maybe not by a lot, but it will lower the Ogre's HP. Oh, is this Eerie Impulse Thundy? I will vomit. I will vomit on my computer screen. If this is... I know it's good. Okay, good. Something's Dynamaxing. The dive ball. It is Eerie Impulse Thundy. It's a dive ball. It's gonna be the Ogre. Oh. Dang it. Actual garbage. Actual garbage. We'll see how this plays out, but I don't think it's gonna play out well. I think it's in fact gonna play out poorly. They're probably gonna taunt or Eerie Impulse my Dialga. I did lead with double setters, but I feel like they have to know that the Calyrex is the one that wants the Trick Room. Alright. There's my Protect. Let's see what the Thunderous does. It is a Taunt Thundy, which means it definitely has Eerie Impulse there somewhere. Here's a Geyser now. Into my Dialga spot, though. That does absolutely no damage. Okay, that's good. It's really good. And it's about to do even less damage the following turn. Set up the Quakes. Let's get this going. Get the Quakes going. Also no damage onto Ogre, but that doesn't look like a Soul Vested Ogre. It does look like a very, you know, defensive Ogre. It's not a Soul Vested. I think I'm actually not going to fire off any attacks into the Ogre anymore. Especially if I'm just getting taunted here. I could Heart Swap my Urshifu, but then the Urshifu's just going to insta-die. I think instead I should just Body Press the Thunderous. I should commit to KOing Thunderous here, I think. Since we practically know for a fact that it's not Defiant. Oh. Oh! Well, all right. It might not have Eerie Impulse, which is good news. But, yikes. You know, Raichu does that same thing and is faster than Thunderous, just saying. I think I accidentally made a good play, though. Because I'm about to blow up this, Kyurem. Kyogre goes for the Hailstorm into my Calyrex. I think I eat this still. Not greatly, but I do eat it. Yeah, enjoy this Wormwind, I guess. They also took away their rain, so. Not a great turn for us, but not a bad one either. We still have, you know, the weakness policy boosted Ogre to worry about, but honestly, I think the Urshifu can do some things to that later down the line with some crits. I think the Urshifu might be the answer for that. And all this chip damage that we're getting here, yeah, Urshifu's definitely gonna be the answer here. And honestly, that Volt Switch did a lot of damage to Ogre. It was not a Volt Switch that was taken lightly. That Volt Switch hurt. Okay, Calyrex is going to still remain on the field. Hey, Body Press still did a sizable chunk. I'll take it. I think this last turn, I definitely have to just go into this Thunderous again, though. The Ogre's at a reasonable amount of HP to where I'm comfortable with the Urshifu knocking it out. The Thunderous outspeeds the Urshifu. So I want to make sure that the Thunderous is dealt with here. So let's just go for the Max Whirlwind into the Thunderous. Let's see some damage here. I'm going to Protect here as well, just because I don't want to get taunted in case I do need the Trick Room later down the line. And also just keeping another Pokemon on the field is very useful. Yeah, they absolutely don't have Eerie Impulse. That would have been the time to click it. They didn't do it. They're just relying on the speed now, or I guess some hacks, which I can't fault them for. It makes sense. All right, Calyrex is going to stay on the field for yet another turn. Doesn't go down without a fight. I'm honestly surprised how long Calyrex is remaining on this field. Wormwind does connect. Nice. Good. Get it. Oh, 1 HP. Oh, and they got rid of the hail. Okay. If it's only Thunder Waving me, I think that's okay. The Ogre is going to click Water Spout or Origin Pulse here. I'm okay with that. We know that it also has Ice Beam. Since its weakness policy probably does have Protect, so it doesn't have Thunder, which is good news for our Tentacruel in the back. Like I said, all we got to do is eliminate this Thundurus from the game. Any means necessary. It's Taunt, Volt Switch, Thunder Wave. Does it not have Protect? It might not have Protect. Then we have to worry about their last Pokemon too. Whoa, what even is that? What was it? Oh, it was Kyurem was their other restricted, so I guess it could be anything. They do go for the Taunt on my Dialga this time. Maybe thinking that I do have Trick Room there. They do just fire off an Origin Pulse. This is a +2 Origin Pulse in the rain. It will definitely knock out the Cofagrigus, but I think Dialga eats that up. Gorgeous. It crits my Cofagrigus. At least it doesn't crit Dialga. I'm fine with that. A little bit of hacks, but it's not the end of the world. No paralysis, though, which is what really matters here. Okay, Thundurus now dealt with. What now? Where do I go from here? Do I just settle for Tentacruel? Or do I go straight Ursh? I think I go straight Urshi. I'll bring Tentacruel late. Oh. I could still Sucker Punch. But the Whim does suck. Not gonna lie. Especially with Tailwind and stuff. I'm gonna Detect first. Just in case Ogre protects. I'm gonna Flash Cannon the Whim. Just in case they don't Tailwind. Interesting for the late game Whim Bring, though. Didn't expect that. Now, thankfully, they can't Encore my Urshi, so this Protect will, you know, not punish me too much. I don't think so. They do Tailwind. They're just Tailwinding. Okay, so they didn't click Moonblast for some reason. And they're not protecting either. Do they not have Protect? Is that possible? What's the point of not just protecting there? Okay, Dialga's gonna take a lot more damage. Don't paralyze. Dang it! Oh, the Whim's not sashed. Oh, wait, that's fine. Sucker Punch here. And then go for the Whimsicott. There's the Sucker. It does connect into the Ogre. Oh, so close, man. They have Giga Drain. Different. Definitely different. There's the Origin again. So much damage on this Origin Pulse. Living at 8. Come on. Game. Game. Nice. Whew. Whew. Get out of here, Whim. Get out of here. All right. Now, all the Tentacruel has to do is live one attack from this Ogre. That's all Tentacruel has to do, which I think is very possible. Even if they freeze me with Ice Beam. We have Scald. So this should be GG. Giga Drain into Ogre. Sure, Flash Cannon, I guess. Whew. And Tentacruel looks like it's going to get the KO on this Ogre right here. I didn't have to go for Giga Drain. I could have literally gone for anything else. But I guess I clicked Giga Drain for some reason. I'm just showing my opponent that I had Giga Drain, I guess. Now, I do think that this battle really turned around once we got the Wormwind in on that Kyurem swap. That's when this battle really turned around for us. Because that Kyurem, their second restricted getting eliminated from the game, really gave us a lot of momentum. It gave us a lot of momentum. Origin Pulse is going to connect. Shh. They haven't missed a single Origin Pulse, too. That's still going to do so much damage. Oh, my goodness. Granted, I don't have any HP or special defense investment, but still. Here's a Giga Drain. Give me your Ogre. GG's. What a match to end the day off. Tentacruel. It did something. It lived in +2 Origin Pulse in the rain. That's fine. If the Tentacruel had to do anything today, living a +2 Origin Pulse, I will take it. With that said, let's get you guys that rental. And here you have the rental code for the Tentacruel team. Honestly, I love this team a lot, and I understand this video was about Tentacruel and about showcasing Tentacruel. I have a new respect for Assault Vest Dialga. I think that Pokemon, I think Assault Vest might be the item for it. This is the second Assault Vest Dialga team that we've viewed on the channel this week. So I'm having a lot of practice with Dialga with Assault Vest. I'm liking it. I'm liking how much of you know, how much livability it has against very common threats, specifically Ogre, really does impress me. But also, ignoring Dialga, Cofagrigus impressed me a lot today too. It didn't do so much in the later battles, but I feel like versus Azation, Cofagrigus is like a legitimate Pokemon and very threatening, right? You know, just getting Iron Defense up in general and then just being able to body press things is amazing. It's essentially Slowbro, but not, I guess. Slowbro does have the added benefit of being resisted against Behemoth Blade as well. Cofagrigus doesn't have the added benefit, but, you know, it doesn't get Sacred Sworded, which is nice, so the Iron defenses won't be taken away from you. Slowbro still does have to deal with the Iron defenses being taken away with the Sacred Sword, but it's resisted, so it's less serious. Overall, Tentacruel was amazing. Thank you so much, El Garbanzo, for posting this in Discord. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for making, you know, my YouTube journey a lot easier by giving me content. I appreciate you. And remember, if you guys have any teams that you want to share with me, go ahead, join the Discord, leave it in the Rents Codes chat, and I will take a look at them. Anyway, I'm Kevin, this is Pokésports. Have a great night. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out. Bye-bye.